the NAACP or SCLC or Martin Luther King. For James Farmer, this was a way of saying, I need to be brought into the discussions at the national level about how the civil rights campaign was going to be conducted.
Farmer thought among the other benefits of this Freedom Ride would be added elevation for CORE, because elevation for these groups means everything. It means money, it means support, you get prestige, all that comes with publicity, and I'm sure Farmer was hoping for some publicity.
I do not think we can lose. We cannot lose unless we allow ourselves to be so divided that we lose a sense of direction and common purpose.
The idea of the Freedom Rides is a really radical idea. The idea of going into Mississippi and going into Alabama and challenging segregation so frontally and so aggressively in many ways is something that alarmed not only those who oppose civil rights, but those within the civil rights community.
They thought it was too confrontational, that it was going to backfire, it was going to set the movement back. It was too risky. CORE just didn't have the resources or the skill or the know-how about the inner workings of Jim Crow and racism and how to fight it in the Deep South. And that was very likely that they would get arrested, they might get beaten up, they might even get killed.
May I have a cup of coffee, please?
Now look, I don't want any niggers in here. I don't
What are you doing in here? Don't you know?
The training that we did in Washington, D.C. prior to the time the Black writers got on the buses was largely devoted to trying to see how the person is going to react.
Are you with this fella?
Why, yes, we're both interstate bus passengers.
Where are you from?
I'm from the United States.
By using nonviolence, people see the contrast between your dignified, disciplined confrontation of the wrong and then the reaction of violence. No way of confusing that confrontation.
You move?
No, I don't move when I'm in the right.
Well, then we'll
The Freedom Rides, I think, typified one of the standard contradictions within the civil rights movement. On the one hand, it's nonviolent, doesn't hit back when hit. On the other hand, they're really courting violence in order to attract publicity that will forward the cause. And so you have these mixed motives. Let's hope nothing happens, nobody's hurt. On the other hand, suppose something does happen, wouldn't that in an ironic way be good for us?
get out. Go out. Go out.
People at CORE thought maybe some bad things will happen, but I don't think they imagined anywhere near the kind of level of violence that they'd meet in Anniston and Birmingham and in Montgomery.
It was make-believe, and it did not scare me, perhaps because it was make-believe, and I wasn't sure I'd really have to use all these techniques. With our nonviolent behavior and our goodwill, I thought we could do anything.
You expect any trouble?
There is a possibility that we will not be served at some stop. There is a possibility that we might be arrested. This is the only trouble that I anticipate.
I'm taking a trip on the Greyhound bus line. I'm riding my front seat to New Orleans this time. Hallelujah, I'm a-traveling. Hallelujah, ain't it fine? Hallelujah, I'm a-traveling down freedom's main line.
The first